Dave Behr here with Kirk Bohls and Alan Trubow of the Austin American-Statesman. And fellas, first off, how's everybody treating you here at the Media Hotel here in Newport?
Hospitality's been great. The shower's work in my room, if not Alan's room. But
Alan's closed. Alan's closed. Get lost in the flight.
I hope he's hoping to have hot water back by tomorrow, by game time.
I still you do.
No, they've been treating us great. This is got a nice luxury hotel, and actually they probably make it too easy for us. They bring the players and the coaches to us, really so you almost never have to leave until the game time.
The week's been busy with a lot of press conferences and things. Has there been anything of note from players or coaches that you guys have really taken in and thought might have an effect on the game or anything like that?
It's been really interesting. Alabama does seem a little bit more confident, but I think that they're just a more outspoken group than Texas. So I think people might read a little bit too much into that, overall.
Yeah. And I think Texas kind of savoring that underdog role. They haven't been an underdog since Oklahoma game a year ago. So I think they kind of like that, relishing that, a new experience for them.
You got to think that the coaches love it. They finally can use this. Alabama's got the Heisman winner, and they've got the defense is getting all the accolades.
And they killed Florida and everything like that. But I think both teams are confident.
Oh,
I really
absolutely.
do. And I don't think Alabama's overlooking Texas. Do you?
No, not at all whatsoever.
Yeah,
I mean, this is a national championship game. Alabama hasn't been to the national championship game since the BCS started, so it's not like this is something that they've done over and over again.
Right. But these are probably the best two teams, as Mac Brown said today at the press conference. Alabama's lost 2 games the last 2 years. Texas lost 1, and it's hard to improve on that.
Do you guys think people are putting too much emphasis maybe on the last 2 games or last game each individual team played? Everybody's starting to think now. Seems like Alabama's unbeatable after that game against Florida, and Texas, doesn't deserve to be here after struggling to beat Nebraska, where, earlier on in the season, both teams, Alabama didn't look great at times, and Texas looked unbeatable at times. So, is it too much emphasis on the one games?
This isn't the internet era at all. People really have great perspective on the whole season. They never just look at the last thing that happened.
Quit lying.
What?
Yeah, he and I both believe that.
Right.
They definitely put too much stock in it, and I was at Atlanta for the SEC title game, and you were in Dallas or Arlington for the Big 12 title game, and Alabama was the best team I saw all year long, including Texas. But that was one game. That was one snapshot of a game, and they'd had a mad on for Florida for 2 or 3 years. And I don't think they're mad at Texas. They want to beat them, and they've never beaten Texas. Alabama is 0-7-1 against Texas.
You don't feel the long-lost hatred between these two teams?
No, I don't sense the long-lost hatred. I don't see any animosity there. The only thing that's really come out quotable is Rolando McClain, Alabama's linebacker, said Texas offense is very predictable, and we kind of know that too.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's not exactly a secret.
I mean, I think that if you would have seen Texas after the Oklahoma game, the Oklahoma State game, if that was their game right before, everybody was, oh my gosh, this Texas team, I don't know how anybody's going to beat them. But the last game we saw them was Nebraska. The offense struggled a little bit. The defense was great. Nebraska had their lowest offensive output in, I don't know, it might be in their history. I know it was at least 50 years that we look back and they hadn't had that low of an output. So, yes, people have a tendency nowadays to just kind of look at the last 15 seconds and, they base their whole opinion off of that. So.
Yeah, Texas, and Mac Brown said today, he said, they still haven't played their best game of the year. Well, maybe they won't. Maybe we have seen their best game of the year, and it's tough to have their best game against a team that's good at Alabama. But
I haven't lived the best years of my life. You already have.
Pretty much all of them.
That's understandable.
You saying I'm old? Okay.